Today I'm going to show you some awesome MIDI hacks that are going to make composing melodies and chord progressions and just working with MIDI so much easier for you. And these are things that honestly I'm a little bit embarrassed I wasn't utilizing up until very recently. And I wish I started doing this many months ago or even years. So if you have Ableton 11 or higher, perhaps even Ableton 10 might have some of these features, but I'm using Ableton 11. Let's dive into some of these awesome MIDI features right off the bat that can really help you. So let's say we have a MIDI progression here, something like this, right? Did you know that you can actually reverse that? You can literally hit this reverse button. You just got to double click so that your MIDI track opens up. If you don't see it, you can also hit Shift Tab so you can see your MIDI editor. And you're just going to hit that reverse button right here. And again, if you don't see this, you're probably going to want to, look on your left side. You have some options that you can drop down, right? You see notes, envelopes. These are all things that you can drop down. So you want to drop down the notes section. You want to hit reverse. Just click it once. It's going to reverse all the notes for you. And you can also do other things. You notice this MIDI progression is pretty choppy. All the notes are really short. But rather than having to go in and individually drag all of them, you can just do it with the click of a button. Just hit Legato right here. Make sure all of them are highlighted and selected. Hit Legato. Boom. Now check it out. Let's put it back to its normal pattern here. So now those notes are a little more glued together. They're more sustained, right? And we can undo it as well. And we can turn it back on, turn it off, right? So that's legato mode. Pretty convenient. Huge time saver. We can also randomize the velocities that you see down here. Now the velocities have been randomized, right? I'm going to undo it, right? Right now all the velocities are the same. So it's not very human sounding. But if we hit randomize, now the velocities are, some of them are going to be quiet, some of them are going to be louder. That's why some of them are high and low. So now it's more humanized, it has a more realistic feel. So now every note is a little bit different in terms of how it's being played. It's not always the same exact level. So that's really convenient instead of having to go in there and manually drag it all yourself. And you can also hit invert. And this is going to swap the positioning of the notes. Check this out. So now it's a completely different sound altogether, all because we inverted the notes. One more thing I'd like to show you is that under clip, it's like the clip view, you can hit scale. Let's say you're trying to compose, right? You're trying to make a melody, right? All you gotta do is determine what is the key that we're working with, okay? First, we're gonna re-invert this. So, the root note of this first chord here, it literally tells us right here, C sharp. You see that on the left? This is a C sharp. So chances are that we can turn on the scale button, we can select, it's probably gonna be C sharp right here, and this sounds kind of sad, which tells us that it's probably gonna be minor key. So this scale here is now C sharp, okay? So now, if we're gonna compose a melody, instead of guessing, oh, where should we put our notes? Now this piano roll is literally telling us where to put our notes. That will fit with the scale because all the proper notes are now highlighted in orange, as you can see. So if we put any notes here in the orange, they're all technically within the C sharp minor scale, which means that your life becomes a little bit easier. You don't have to guess and stab in the dark. Okay, so this really helps if you don't know any music theory. I'm just randomly putting stuff, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Now this gives you some guidance as to where you can put your notes, right? Say you want to make a chord, right? All right, let's check that out. Let's make that all legato. I want it to be longer. Whoops. Let's make these guys legato. Let's make these guys legato. Let's shift them back like this. There we go. Now we've made a nice chord. See that? That's a nice sounding chord right there. All right, we can do the same thing here. Boom. All I'm doing is I'm just putting these on the orange. Right? There we go. So literally by just guessing and clicking random orange tabs, you can create chords that are probably going to sound good. So again, if you don't know music theory, this is going to help you tremendously. These things will help you so much when you're composing anything with MIDI. So go ahead, try it out. Comment below what you think. I hope this helps. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you found this helpful. Stay tuned for the next video. You can always click that link in the description. If you want to dive more deep, get in touch with us personally and learn from us directly. We offer coaching, we offer courses, and we're happy to talk to you. So without further ado, get to it, make some music. Much love, peace.